Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Cat Island in the Bahamas. This is Cat Island right here. Little San Salvador over here is part of it. So it's kind of like this area here. Cat Island, which is perfect because my cats just woke up and now they're running around. Right now they're having a stare off. They might be running up to see us later. Who knows? But perfect timing, I think, for Cat Island. Let's see. Cat Island is not quite what you'd expect in the Bahamas. I know when you think Bahamas, you think of beaches, ocean, snorkeling, diving, all those kinds of things, but also kind of like a resort kind of feel, like a very touristy kind of place. And Cat Island has 2 out of 3 of those things. It does not have the touristy resort aspect that you think of the Bahamas. That's right, Bonnie. I know. She's excited for Cat Island. It is very swampy. There are large lakes on it, which I'll show you on Google Earth. They're actually holes more than lakes because they go into the ocean. If you dive deep enough, you'll just swim under the island and go out to sea here in the Caribbean. This is the Exuma Sound, it says here. And the main town here you can see is Arthurstown. What is she doing? Where? Oh my gosh. I don't know. She has this fascination of scratching this one wall. I don't know. She likes to scratch the wall. Whatever. She's doing that now. Arthurstown is the main settlement, but as you'll see on Google Earth, it is like a couple of shacks. It is not any kind of major society, major town even. It is a community, I would say at best. But I did read lots of tourist sites about Cat Island, and a lot of people have said that it was their favorite island. It's like the most authentic. You get the best food, the best hospitality, and the best exposure to Bahamian culture, I believe. Like, that's a good way to sum it up, I think. Let's talk about the history of this island. It was originally inhabited by the Lucayans, who very sadly, once the Spanish came into contact with them, would start to capture them and sell them off to other islands. There are no more indigenous peoples on Cat Island or in the rest of the Bahamas. Here she is. Bonnie, come say hi. Here we go. Look, it's Cat Island. Good job, Bonnie. Thanks for... Okay, you don't need to make a ruckus. The cat for Cat Island is here. Let's see. I was going to say the first people to settle here were the British, but I feel like we should talk about the name Cat Island and how it got that name. So originally this island was believed to be San Salvador, which was the island that Christopher Columbus named when he first came to the New World. The name was changed in I think it was like the 1920s or 1930s, I don't remember the exact year, when it's now believed that this island is the one that Columbus landed on. So this island is named San Salvador. You can even see the Columbus monument on this map. So for a while this was called San Salvador. So where did Cat Island come from? Well, there is a population of stray cats on the island, but it's most likely named after a pirate named Arthur Cat, C-A-T-T, who allegedly, according to legend, used this island as a base for his pirate activities. So we have Arthurstown and Cat Island. So yes, the British were the first people to really come in and settle on the island. The first Europeans, the first non-indigenous people, I should say. They were kicked out of what became the United States because they were loyal to the British crown. They're called loyalists. And the ones that settled on this island came specifically from Virginia. They established plantations, starting off with sugar plantations, using captured peoples from Africa to work on those plantations. Those would slowly but surely fail. This isn't exactly cotton territory. So then farms would spring up growing fruits. Pineapples was the biggest cash crop of its day. But all of those are long gone by now. It's not a very fertile island, apparently. Now the island's population is mostly descendants of those Africans that were forced here. And using that African heritage, they created a unique style of music called rake and scrape. Which I had to look it up because I was like, I don't know if I've actually heard rake and scrape or like heard it knowing what it was. You know, I'm sure I've heard it at some point, not knowing what it was. So I looked it up and I found the Bahamas' official YouTube has a video about Cat Island rake and scrape. So if I remember, I'll put it in the description box. If not, you can search it. It's literally the Bahamas YouTube channel. But something else was born here. A person. Well, not technically, let me tell you. Sidney Poitier, one of the most famous actors in Hollywood history. The first black man to win a Best Actor Oscar, was not born here. Let me explain. His parents were from Cat Island. They owned a farm here. And they were off in Florida, see Florida over here, on a business meeting when Sidney Poitier's mother unexpectedly gave birth prematurely, like an emergency birth. So he was born in the United States, which we have birthright citizenship here in America, so he became an American citizen. So he's technically Bahamian American. So even though he wasn't born here, he grew up in Arthurstown here on Cat Island before becoming a movie star. So that's about it. I just heard my furnace start to click on. I forgot to turn it off. That's it for Cat Island. Let me go quick. Let me grab the tablet so we can explore this on Google Earth. Oh gosh, the furnace is about to click on. I gotta go. Let's get the tablet. I know in yesterday's video I talked about how my furnace was broken, and it was. We turned the switch on and off like 10, 20 times and nothing happened. We called a repairman. He did it once and it turned on. So the furnace works now, so don't worry. But here we are on Cat Island. And let's zoom out so you can see exactly where we are in the world. Here are the Bahamas, wedged here between Florida in the United States and Cuba. And Turks and Caicos over there. The Bahamas is very easy to find on a map like this because you can see its beautiful glowing blue, green, aquamarine waters from space. Look at way out here. You can still see it. You can still see it. You can still kind of see it. Like the aliens can see the Bahamas. Pretty neat. So yes, Cat Island is out here, kind of where like the Atlantic Ocean meets the Caribbean islands. I guess kind of, exactly where. Over here is the now San Salvador, where Columbus is most likely believed to have landed. Or he landed somewhere down here, they believe, in the south of Cat Island, but it was most likely that island over there. And then here's little San Salvador. My cats are still causing trouble. Looks like they got a little beach there. Half Moon Key. That's a nice name for this beach, because it's literally a half moon. And Bahamas fact, if you haven't seen any of my Bahamas videos or haven't been to the Bahamas, in the Bahamas this is pronounced Key. In the United States it's pronounced K. So just know that. Look at this big ship out here in the ocean. It's pronounced Key in the Bahamas. So let's check out this island. Let's just go north to south and I'll show you all the neat things about it. So here's the blue hole I told you about, is a diving hole. You can dive into here and it's deep enough it's connected to the ocean. You can swim under the island and wind up in the ocean. Isn't that neat? There's another one over here. At least I thought there was. Maybe it's this one. Let me see. I don't think it's that one. There's another one. Maybe it's this one. Nope. Anyway, you can see some. Whoa! You can see some of the beaches over here, and lots of the kind of marshy, wet areas over here. Let's look at this beach here. There's a tropical paradise over there. Port Royal Beach. And it's exactly what you'd expect from a beach at the Bahamas. This paradise here. And you can really see that beautiful blue in the water in this photo. Let's see. Let's go down and you can see just how forested it is. It's very thick, isn't it? This island is not as, like, lived in as the others, isn't? What's the word I'm looking for? Like, paved over, I guess. But here's Arthur's Town. You can see their airstrip right here. Yeah, this is the town. It is 10 huts and a 7-Eleven. Not exactly. They got hotels. They've got bars. There's the police station. There's another bar. What's over here? Cocktail lounge. The smoke pot. Let's see if the smoke pot has any photos. Oh my goodness. Hey, 20. Holy moly. Look at that. Oh, that looks great. And these look really good. Looks like some good chicken. There's a church. There's another cafe, the hotspot, gas station. That's Arthur's Town. Right. Pretty great. Of course, there's beaches all along the sides. Of course, the Caribbean beaches are far more popular. There's a resort over there. Some more of this marshy water. You can really tell that it's got the salt water. Yeah, it's even called salt ponds. But with this color, that tells you it's very brackish, which means it is full of salt. There's another pretty beach over here. Let's see, Pigeon Key. Nice, look at that beautiful sunset making the water glow gold. And there's someone's house. Yeah, not much going on this island. Oh, there's a place where you can glamp. I've been glamping. I highly recommend it. It's basically camping, but with all of the amenities you would want. like actual furniture and running water and such. And you can see all this cool cacti. And all of this beautiful nature. It's like a big diving hole right there. Let's go down the island some more. You can see how narrow it gets here. I've also read that you can do tours of abandoned plantations as well, but none of them popped up here probably because they're just ruins. But there is one site I want to show you once we come across it. I feel like I'm too zoomed in to know where I am. There it is. See, I was awfully close. The Hermitage. So, a Monsignor, a Catholic priest, decided he wanted to be alone in the 1930s, and he built this building. Obviously, not in ruins. It was his home and church and kind of peaceful getaway from everything. Private property of Roman Catholic Archbishop of Nassau. Oh, I guess this place is. Don't go into there. But this is the highest point on Cat Island. It looks like he made it himself out of just the rocks here. It's pretty cool. And yeah, he just lived out his life here, and now it's abandoned. But highest elevation in the Bahamas. See, I'm not kidding around. I do all my research here. And this is a fun spot to come and explore as well. You can bring your doggy. All the neat carvings in here. I guess when you're alone, you gotta do something. A little pew right there, or a confessional or something. But yeah, that's pretty neat, isn't it? Go further down. There's a slideshow for just Cat Island. Let's take a look. Pretty. I love that color blue. Some neat caves. Yeah, I read lots about people going exploring out in the woods here. There's a big cruise ship over there. And just finding all kinds of swimming pools, like natural pools that you can swim in, not swimming pools. Diving pools, caves, and all kinds of wonderful things. All these people out in the water with that big old cruise ship in the distance. I'm pretty sure cruise ships can't dock here. I feel like I would have heard about that. Plus, there would be a huge, port area if that was true. So, no cruise ships coming to Cat Island. Look at this beautiful sky with the clouds. And the beautiful beach. The gorgeous water here. It's so lovely. This really is a neat little paradise. There's another brackish, salty lake there. Well, here's the healing pond. That would be me in the healing pond. This pond would definitely, coming to the Bahamas would definitely heal me of whatever ails me. I bet you it's super salty as well, so you just float in it like you're in the Dead Sea. They're getting out of it. Looks like she took some water from it. That would definitely heal me. And down here is the south of the island. You can see lots of restaurants and beaches. Hawk's Nest. Let's see. I wonder if that means can't mean actual hawks. But maybe, aren't they like the turtles called hawkbill turtles or something? Look how pretty. Beware of sharks. That's so true. There are sharks out there. But I think I'm going to end it here because there's not much else to show you. Oh, look at the sharks. Oh my gosh, I think sharks are so cool. Look at them all. Look at them all. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. I think there's one right there too. She's a little deep under there. Look at the shark. Oh, amazing. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Oh, pretty shark. Look at, oh my gosh, this is my dream. I definitely need to come here and just go see the sharks. They went fishing and got these big old guys. Whatever that is, what is that? I don't know, that's not a fish, is it? What is that? I don't know. But congrats, I guess. If you enjoyed this style of content, please consider subscribing. And now is the time because tomorrow we're going to Catalonia, Spain, where Barcelona is located. And there's so much to see in Barcelona. Too much. I'm pretty sure that's going to be an hour-long episode. Mostly just us exploring Barcelona and all of the beautiful sights. One of the most beautiful cities in the whole entire world. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. Please, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. Appreciate your engagement. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational, and I hope that you have a good night. Good night. Good night.